Filipinos have the brightest smiles and the most wholesome smiles that I've seen anywhere. Absolutely. Two, three, mabuhay! Kumusta ang lahat? Hi everybody, how are you? How has the Christmas season been treating you? I hope everything's okay. We are headed straight for the new year here. In a couple of days, we have to write 2025 instead of 2024. Things are going so fast and so quick. And yes, the time right now is not that active with music videos coming out. The idols and everybody, they're taking their time, they're chilling, they're having fun with their own families, and there's not much happening other than the AAA awards that we just had. But I'm also just sitting back, watching series, watching a movie here and there, not doing all too much, enjoying my time off because our workplace is closed until Monday the 6th. So, yes, but there have been a lot, a lot of requests for me to take a look at one specific video. So we're not going to be watching a music video today. We are going to be watching the video. It's called 14 Reasons the Philippines is Different from the Rest of the World. So many people have been asking me to watch this. And yes, since my interest in the Philippines is rather big, as you all know, we're going to take a look at this. I have no idea what this is about. I'll probably get some facts that I already know. Maybe there's something new. So, yeah, let's take a look at what this is. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and share the video. Hop on over to my Patreon for some exclusive stuff. Check out my Discord. Check out the podcast I recorded with V. Check out my merch with the 2-3 Mabuhay t-shirt. And yes, if you have anything to tell me, the comment section is the place to go. But now it's time for 14 Reasons the Philippines is Different from the Rest of the World. Okay. Yes.
What if I told you there is a country where over 175 languages are spoken?
I would already know that it's the Philippines.
People text more than anywhere else in the world, and
Yes.
boxing fights directly influence crime rates. It sounds pretty much unbelievable, but it's all true in the Philippines.
Oh, yes.
14. There are more than 175 spoken languages. There are 2 official languages in the Philippines: Filipino, based on Tagalog, and English.
And I am learning Tagalog at the moment. It's not easy, but I'm getting there.
Filipino is the most commonly spoken and pop culture language, and the government of the country uses English in their work. By the way, the Philippines are number 5 on the list of the world's top English-speaking populations after US, India, Pakistan, and the UK. All this sounds pretty plain and ordinary, but in fact, the diverse linguistic groups living in the country use over 175 languages for their internal communication. Since many of them exist only in spoken form, it's impossible to calculate the exact amount.
That is insane, just the way it is. I mean, I am learning Tagalog, and since my focus is on Cebu or Bohol or something like that, right in the center somewhere, I am also trying to get into Bisaya a little bit, but I guess that will come when I'm actually there. But the concept or the whole situation that there are so many languages is just completely crazy. It is really insane.
13. Their capital is the most densely populated city in the world.
Yes.
The nation's capital, Manila, and its 16 surrounding cities that make up the Metro Manila area have a population of 12.8 million people.
Oh, well, when I was in the Philippines now in November, I looked that up, and it actually has around 15 million now. So it's even grown more. That is a lot. I mean, over here in Germany, our capital only has like 4 million people. So 15 million that is an insane amount.
During the daytime, this number gets way higher since many
Yes.
people come here to work. And while the number doesn't sound that crazy, take note that all these people live and work in an area of 16.56 square miles. This
Wow.
makes the population density equal to 111,002 people per square mile. And that's 5 times higher than in Mumbai or Paris, for example.
Wow.
12. They have churches in shopping malls. Shopping
Mm-hmm.
malls aren't merely a place where you buy stuff for Filipinos. They are safe, air-conditioned community hubs with gyms, health clinics, concert halls, nightclubs, parks, and even churches inside.
That is
So it's
true.
no surprise that they are the favorite place to meet up with friends for so many locals. And
I I was in I can't remember the exact name. The SM Mall in Cebu. It was this giant round mall. Um that was already insane. That was crazy. And yes, they've got everything in there. There is you could if you have a you could basically live in there, you know. No, it was amazing. I mean, my first and foremost thing to do there was go to a pen shop store and take a look at Bini merch. But yes, we did have a look around, and I got to see another mall over on Lapu-Lapu City where I was. It was a bit smaller, but it was also there was so much in there. That was crazy. Really nice.
3 of the world's 10 largest shopping malls are located in the Philippines.
Oh, yes,
They are Mega
yes.
Fashion Mall of SM Mega Mall, SM City North EDSA, and SM Mall of Asia.
Hmm.
11.
I didn't get around to take a look at the Mall of Asia. I wanted to, but I was in Cebu and not in Manila, and I was only in Manila for the Grand Biniverse for that one day, and then I flew back. So next time maybe we'll take a closer look at Manila.
Filipinos are the #1 texting nation in the world.
Oh yes, I can definitely agree to that since I've got the Discord channel, and most of the people on Discord are blooms, are Filipinos, and yes, sometimes the chat is insane. Even back reading, we've got certain mods in there who sort of like make summaries of the day and post the summaries so you don't have to back read so much, but even back reading the summaries is hard sometimes.
You already know Filipinos love meeting up with friends at shopping malls, and when they can't see each other in person, they text. And when they do it, they rarely limit it to, "Hey, how are you?" In fact, they send about 400 million texts a
Whoa.
day. And that's around 142 billion texts a year. It's more than the US and Europe put together. Not exactly a little number for a country of 107 million people.
Okay.
10. They have a unique form of transportation. If you visit Manila, you'll notice some interesting looking vehicles
Jeepneys.
called
Jeepneys. I rode in one of them. Awesome. I love it. I love the whole transportation system there. It's very laid back. It's very back to the roots. I love it.
jeepneys. They are converted US Army Jeeps that stayed in the country after World War II. Filipinos adapted them to transport up to 18 passengers who jump on the jeepney going in their direction and ring the bell for it to stop. There are about 50,000 jeepneys in
Yes.
Manila, and they all look different, with basketball stars,
So colorful too. Actually wonderful. They are just pieces of art that drive around. It's cool.
cartoon characters, inspirational quotes, neon lights, and whatnot on them. There are 2 major problems with jeepneys: safety concerns and pollution. They
Ah,
produce
yeah,
huge
come
amounts
on.
of black smoke. So hurry up if you want to ride before they get replaced with a rapid transit system. 9. One of the islands has more volcanoes than towns. The Philippines are, without a doubt, a super scenic location. Among all the islands that are a part of it, Camigan sure stands out, with more volcanoes per square mile than any other island on the planet. The island is 14 miles long and 8.5 miles wide, and has 7 volcanoes and 5 towns. And even though earthquakes and eruptions shaped it, volcanoes
Okay.
have been deep asleep since the 50s, so thousands of tourists can safely visit the island these days.
That is
8.
cool.
There
But just imagine the I mean, I haven't been on that island. I will definitely take a look at it someday. But just imagining this, there must be some sort of tingle inside of you when you're on the island with so many volcanoes there. That it must be a special kind of feeling.
Their national flag has a secret meaning. The
Yes.
national flag of the Philippines has 2 bands of blue and scarlet, and a white triangle at the hoist with a
Yes. And if you turn it, I'm going to say this up front, if you turn it around, if the red is on top, they are in a state of war. That's what I already know.
yellow sun and 8 rays, each of them standing for one province of the country.
Yes.
The yellow stars stand for the 3 largest island groups, Luzon,
Yes.
Visayas, and
And
Mindanao.
Mindanao.
What makes the flag really unique is that it can be reversed to declare a state of war.
Mhm.
This happened during the Filipino Revolutionary War of 1898 to 1901.
That is a very cool mural. Mural, statue, sculpture, memorial. This looks good. Very powerful.
And during World War II in 1941 to 1945. 7. Boxing directly affects crime rates in the country.
Yes, that's what a whole bunch of friends already told me. That is insane.
Filipinos love boxing and are crazy about their most famous boxer, Manny Pacquiao.
Yes, yes, I've heard that. That when Manny goes boxing, the streets are empty. There will be no public services because everybody is watching that guy box.
Whenever he fights, the whole country is glued to its TV sets. And according to the Philippine National Police, PNP, crime rates in the country drop significantly when he's in the ring. During
Wow.
his 12-round fight against American boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. that went from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., not a single crime was committed in the whole Manila metropolitan area. It was basically the same during other major fights with the participation of the people's champ, Manny Pacquiao.
There he is, Manny. Wow.
6. A lot of Filipinos work abroad.
Yes. Yes. I even have a few friends working abroad from the Philippines. Yes, it's just something. I think that's interesting.
It might be because of their flexible and reliable character, or the fact that they speak great English as a second language.
That is one of the big things. Being able to speak English is of course a plus in the world nowadays.
But more than 11 million Filipinos work abroad. It's around 11% of the population, and a
Yep.
quarter of all overseas nurses in the world come from the Philippines.
And you gotta love your Filipino nurses. Wow. Absolutely knowledgeable, professional. The work ethic is crazy. These ladies do work a lot and absolutely good. I'm a registered nurse myself, but I'm not working in the field anymore. I haven't been for the last 6 or 7 years. Just at one point it got too much. But yes, hats off to these ladies that just go abroad and work in other countries, helping other people from other countries. That's a step beyond loving your fellow neighbor. That's I really not adore. How do you say that? Appreciate what they do.
5. Their rice terraces are the 8th wonder of the world. Binawa rice terraces are the oldest in the world and were so smartly designed that they still bring a harvest of rice and vegetables, most of which get exported.
And there's nothing like rice in the Philippines. Rice is life. As a fan of Bini, we have this saying, Bini is life, but rice is lifer. And that's just the way it is in the Philippines.
And it is believed if all the terraces had been built end to end, they would stretch halfway around the world. Today,
Hmm.
these places bring the country more money as a tourist destination than rice plantations, and thus they play an
Wow.
important role for the economy of the Philippines. 4. They produce a lot of coconuts. For years, the Philippines had been the number one
Buko.
producer of coconuts in the world. And even though the leadership now belongs to Indonesia, 153,532,000 tons per year is
And there is nothing like walking down a street, and then there's this vendor on the side with his bike, and he's got a couple of coconuts in the back. He's cutting them up, um and he has this large bucket of coconut milk, mixed with something else, and you just take yourself a cup and drink it. It's nice and cold, it's nice and sweet, and you give him like 10 or 20 pesos, and that's it. um Such a refreshing and awesome drink. Really great.
still an impressive number, isn't it? These coconuts are used to make anything from clothing to beauty products.
Yes.
3. The first European to visit the Philippines was Ferdinand Magellan. The legendary explorer made the first record of the archipelago among the Europeans in 1521. He founded the first settlement in Cebu, and thus most of the area became a Spanish colony. This explains the fact that around 90% of the population are Christian, unlike most of the country's neighbors. In 1898, the Philippines went under U.S. rule and later, in 1946, became an independent republic. 2. A Filipino made the first karaoke machine. If you love
Go figure. Now that was almost a given, right? I mean, first of all, Filipinos have amazing voices. They love singing, and you can hear karaoke everywhere. There is there is at least a microphone in every resto bar. It's insane. I just love the whole idea of it. And of course, it makes sense that a Filipino made that for the first time.
2. A Filipino made the first karaoke machine.
Yeah.
If you love to sing along, you ought to thank Filipinos for your favorite pastime. The first karaoke machine in the world was created in 1975 by Roberto
Oh,
Del Rosario. He
okay.
patented as the sing-along system, and even though there were some attempts to claim his creation, he still remains the only patent holder for the karaoke system.
Wow.
1.
Nice.
The population is extremely good-looking. Along with their love for boxing, texting, and shopping, Filipinos are crazy about beauty pageants. It might be the years of
Yes.
American rule that gave them this love for competitive beauty, but the fact remains a fact. They have won in all major international pageants 15 times.
And yes, yes, by my experience and by my looking into the Philippines for the last 1.5, 2 years, yes, absolutely beautiful people. Um, but not only on the outside, also on the inside. And probably, Filipinos have the brightest smiles and the most wholesome smiles that I've seen anywhere. Absolutely.
There were 4 girls crowned Miss Universe, 1 Miss World, 6 title holders of Miss International, and 4 Miss Earth crowns.
Wow.
The first official pageant with
I didn't know that.
holders of
So,
Miss International and 4 Miss
6 Miss International, 4 Miss Earth. Wow. Okay. I mean, I know about the world of pageants in the Philippines. There's a lot, and I know that because one of the Bini members was a pageant, or went to lots of pageants before that, and she even had her awards, Aya. Um, but I did not know that they had 6 Miss Internet. I know the Miss World and the Miss Universe, but I didn't know the other two. Okay.
Earth crowns. The first official pageant was held within the country in 1908, and since 2001, it's not
Wow.
just about beauty, but also for the promotion of environmental
Mm-hmm.
protection.
Yes.
Would you like to visit the Philippines? Or maybe you've already been there.
Yes, I've already been there and I'm planning to move there. So, yes, here we go.
Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and
Okay.
click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.
Okay, I get why so many people wanted me to watch this. Yes, of course. Those definitely are 14 things that make the Philippines stand out from other parts of the world. Um, but what really stands out for me is the friendliness, the hospitality, the smiles, the joy. It's just a wonderful country in general, and I'm really loving it. This was cool. This was loads of fun. I did not know about the Miss Earth and Miss, what was it, International? Uh, and this video is from 5 years ago, and back then Metro Manila had what, 12 million, and now we're at 15. So it is growing steadily, and that's crazy. I mean, so many people. That's crazy. Yes, folks, this was something else. I just had to take a look at it because there were so many requests to look at this video. I hope you liked it. Maraming salamat po for being here. You guys are awesome. For all of you Tagalog speakers, ingat. For all of you Bisaya speakers, amping. Take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and as I always say, sarangge anyong. Until the next time.